What up, YouTube? Dragon Knight 49, aka Mr. Too Good, and hey, first I'm gonna say y'all see my do-rag, right? That's real sick, right? But anyway, another thing, no more 360 for the now, because my 360 got ray ring death again. And somebody tell me what's up, because like their website, I try to start make a repair request, and it's like some kind of glitches somewhere. Every time I click, like it says the site is temporarily down. Now before, when I tried to register my product, it said that like every time I click the country to try to register it, you'd be like, some kind of glitch. It takes you back to the home page or something like that. But I had to register on the phone, and now it won't let me register online. I don't know. But anyway, back to the real rant. Today I'm gonna rant about Apple. Alright, Apple. You see, Apple iPod Touch. This is what I'm rant about the company. Mainly because my main point is that they overcharge you for way too much. My mom actually got me this because I need a new iPod, because my old one. Let me show y'all how bad the condition. I had this piece of junk right here. You see how old this thing is? Black and white. But I need a new one. I told her not to give me an iPod Touch, but she said she got one for $75. I was like, okay, you got $75. That's a good deal. You can pick that up. I got iPod Touch. I really like it. I mean, I like the apps and everything, but that's not the point. They charge you like $200 for an iPod. Alright, that's way too much. Well, iPod Touch, that's way too much. I mean, sure, the apps and everything come in handy, but I mean, it's still an MP3 player. Okay, let's look at it. It's still an MP3 player. That's what I don't get. Like, they overcharge you for everything. Anything they over iPod, they overcharge you. If it's iPod or iPad, they overcharge you. Like, the iPad, in my opinion, is just stupid. If you have, in my opinion, if you have enough money to buy an iPad, you should just go ahead and get a laptop. Alright? Because, like, for an iPad, you're probably going to get a case or something, you know? The iPad is already like $600 or $500 or something like that in the first place. It's just stupid. It's like a notebook, not a notebook, a tablet. Alright? Why would you just walk around with a big iPad, you know? I mean, you look way more casual, and I don't want to say less snobbish, because that's not taking it too far, but you look way more casual walking around with a laptop, and not an iPad. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, they overcharge you, and it's like you paying all that money for this big waste of nothingness. Not to mention they released the iPad 2, which is really no different than the iPad 1. Like, what, has a webcam? Wow, it's slimmer? Wow. It lasts longer? The battery life? That's all they do. For every stupid generation of iPods, for example, I got the first generation of iPod Touch. They do like these mini upgrades and try to make it seem like a whole new product. It's not. It's the same crap that you try to sell to us. You just try to make more money off of it. For example, like all these generations of iPod Touch. What they come with: the camera, more space, more battery, where you can play the music outside, not outside without headphones. That's fine and all. But don't try to make it seem like it's a whole new product. Like, for example, I saw this commercial talking about if you don't have an iPhone, you don't have iTunes, you don't have Genius Playlist, you don't have music. It's like, if you don't have an iPhone, well, you don't have an iPhone. Now, when I looked at that, I was like, aren't all those things you just said, I can just give an iPod Touch? I get all those things in the iPod Touch, but you're trying to advertise the iPhone because you can get more money off it. It's like, the iPhone, from what I hear, Verizon already overcharged you. The iPhone itself is expensive, so you're basically paying for a phone and an iPod. When in theory, isn't it cheaper to get a phone and an iPod separate? Not to mention, most phones today come with music players of some type. You know, I mean, think, people. It's like Apple, they just try to get anything deal that has like I in it. Well, I mean, they overcharge you for way too much. They overcharge you way too much. I mean, for example, like a new iPod Touch, right, first generation, go for like $200. $200. I mean, like the iPod Nano, that new iPod Nano is really stupid. It's like this. It looks like a shuffle, but it's not. It's like somehow a Nano, and it's like it's so small. I mean, I don't want to be touching that. I mean, I don't want to be trying to sit there squint my eye trying to see if that's a 50 Cent song or a Carrie Hilson song. Not that we have Carrie Hilson on my iPod, but the point is that Apple overall, they charge you way too much, and then they make it, when they have like these new generations, they make it seem like a whole new product, when it's actually the same thing with little upgrades. It's kind of like a Madden game. Come out every year or every so few times. They come out and every year, whatever, and every year it's essentially the same thing, you know, except these newer, enjoyed and loved upgrades. Even though it's essentially the same mechanics stay in place. But yeah, Apple, this is why I like Windows. Well, I'm not even gonna get into that. But Apple, yeah, you overcharge us way too much. Stop trying to release these stupid products like the iPad. And if you're gonna release them, don't overcharge us for them. They have like almost a monopoly in the tablet market. You know? But yeah, the overall people, if you want an iPod Touch, if you have the money, go ahead. I'm just saying, don't be trying to know you poor and poverty, whatever, trying to get your child an iPod Touch. It's not worth it. This is my opinion. Yeah, Apple overcharges way too much for all your products, just about. And that's all I gotta say. I'm out. Peace. Dragon Knight.